Hello everyone, Sean Mancini here, and today I'm showing you how to install WordPress on Debian. Sorry I've been away for a while. I've been taking a course on Coursera and I've been doing some stuff on the side, so haven't had that much opportunity to make some videos, but I'm back. And so like I said, today I'm going to show you how to install WordPress on Debian. Now, why has WordPress become so popular? Well, I'll tell you why. If you've actually been to my website, seanmancini.com, I'll just pull it up here. If my Chrome were actually, launch. If you've been to my site, you'll see that I'm not a really good web developer, and I don't plan on being a web developer, and I don't have no desire to actually learn how to do all this. But I do need a website, and I do want to put out my content. So the best case, you got WordPress. Now, one thing I like about WordPress, rather than just a traditional website, is that with WordPress, I can make it into a blog, my site. I can make it a bunch of different things, and with little to no knowledge of how the web coding works. As a matter of fact, just to integrate certain things, I just install a plugin, or if I want to change the way my site looks and install a theme, I install a theme. It's pretty simple. It's very, very robust. I find it to be so customizable, and so this is why I believe it's exploded. Almost every new style website looks like WordPress, or is WordPress just changed into looking like a website, which is not that hard at all. So and the amount of integration you can do with like CRM and stuff like that is amazing. So now, if you've been wanting to learn how to install WordPress and run your own site, it's very simple. So with this example, I'm using Debian. This will work on Ubuntu. Even the same steps will work on almost all of the any Linux distribution, with the exception to how we're downloading the packages. But everything else will work. So in order for WordPress to run, you'll need a LAMP stack. What's LAMP? LAMP is Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP. So those are all the ingredients that we'll need for the system to run. So the first thing we'll do, this OS has already been updated and everything, so I'm going to skip that part. So the first thing we'll have to do is install Apache, and then we'll need MySQL server, PHP 5, and you'll need the PHP 5-MySQL package that allows PHP to work with MySQL. Okay. Looks like I'm having some problems with my repos here. Let's just update the repositories. If you ever see something like that, how almost all of them have failed, update your repositories. This is a really old image, a couple months old, so chances are all these are out of date. Okay, we'll try it again, and voila, that fixed that. Okay, now with the install of MySQL, you'll have to put in a password for the root user. So just create that. Okay, and now MySQL is installed, and now it's going ahead and installing the last pieces. Okay, now it's installed. The first thing we'll want to do is check to make sure Apache is up and running. So you can check your IP, which is 192.168.1.149 in my case, and we'll just come here and boom. So we know that Apache is up and running and is accessible. Next step is we'll have to go and create a MySQL username and a database. So you can do mysql-u root-p, and then it'll ask for your root password, and we've gone ahead and done that. Now I've copied down all the needed commands here. I'll paste it in the video description. Okay, so this will create a database, wpdatabase, wpuser with a password test. Again, this is a test environment. You'll want a very strong password and maybe a username that's much different than that. Okay. So I'll go ahead and paste all that in. Alright, so now the username and database has been created. We can go ahead and the next step of our install here. So now the next thing we'll need to do is we'll need to copy the WordPress. We'll need to download WordPress, the actual install files. So you have to go wget http wordpress.org/latest. Okay, and then it's latest.tar.gz. Okay, and you'll see we've downloaded that. We'll go ahead and extract it. And now WordPress has been installed here. Has been downloaded and we extracted it. So now what you'll want to do is move this into the root directory. But what I normally do is move all the files. So say that the WordPress is the only site you're hosting on here. We can copy this to /var/www/ Okay, and then that will move actually I should do copy dash and then R for recursive, sorry. So that moves everything. Okay, it just copies everything from here into the directory we need it. Okay, so now the thing is that the index.html file that's here will have to, because this is the default page, we'll just remove that so we don't get confused later on. Next, we'll have to modify the permissions. Okay, because right now this belongs to root. Okay, we'll need to change the permissions so we get to www.data. Reason being is that the Apache uses www -data as its user, and we'll need Apache to have rights to this file, the files and folders in this directory. Okay, so now we'll need to modify a file called wp-config. So, but the first thing we'll need to do is actually, you'll see wp-config -sample.php. So we want to copy that folder to wp-config.php, and I'll correct myself, it's not a folder, it's a file. So if we go back, we'll see wp-config. We'll need to modify that. Okay, so the database name, that we put is, just to make sure, is wpdatabase. And the username we put was wpuser. And password is the very secure test. No, it's not. It's a really bad password. But for test purposes. Okay. We modify that file. And we should be semi good to go. Now what would need to be done is just go back to the site and you'll be presented with this now. Okay. So the site title, I'll just put test.com, username Sean123, password my super strong password. Okay, we'll confirm the password again. Oh, actually, you don't have to confirm the password. And then for your email address, just one@one.com. Again, this is just for test. Okay, you will, if you're using a weak password, which you shouldn't be, you'll have to check this checkbox here, confirm use of weak password. That's a really weak password. It's, that's all a dictionary password there. So, and now just click install WordPress, and now we can log in. And now WordPress is installed. Okay, if we go back to the URL, you'll see that your WordPress installation is working. So now we'll go through some best practices and stuff like that. So I'm going to pause the video and switch